America turns 250 this year. The story of this nation isn't written in marble or monuments. It's written in the quiet courage of neighbors, the generosity of strangers, the resilience of communities just like ours. I'm 10 Tampa Bay News This Morning anchor Caitlin Lockerbie. This is Tampa Bay's moment to shine. These are the people who make us proud to call Florida home.
Sometimes it's funny. We get like 20 animals adopted.
It was hard work, moving one out, only to move in dozens more.
An intake of like 50. So.
Here, cuddles are gratitude, braided tight with favor.
Barely no hair. And
You got it back.
You got it back, yeah.
Mercyful Project started in Tampa about 7 years ago.
This is my first time meeting them.
But Haiti Acuna's soft spot first showed in the country of Colombia.
You see stray dogs everywhere where there's not a lot of compassion and love.
Haiti came here and shared America's promise. But deportation and homegrown requirements uproots many families.
They show the passport literally like shaking. Like, can I show you the passport? Because we need an ID to take on the animal.
She sees it during intake.
You're taking people away and their animals are just abandoned.
Dogs and cats trapped in politics, roaming, multiplying.
But we know that dog belonged to somebody because it's well taken care of.
Pet overpopulation is so bad right now.
Dr. Rachel Pratt says demand now calls for a mobile fix.
Veterinarians are in a really tough predicament. When we go and we help out at shelters and we go and help out overseas, we see a lot of animals be put to sleep, and it really breaks our heart.
Hi.
All the stories become numbers, overwhelming shelters and the community.
It's hundreds a week. It's hundreds of calls, hundreds of messages. Since 2019, we adopted about 5,000 animals.
All lifted by hands that foster, in some cases, what deportation led astray.
Feeling safe is a matter of trust. Trusting you will be protected and taken care of should anything bad happen. Everyone deserves to feel safe. If you don't feel safe in your home this hurricane season, contact ArmorTech Windows and Doors today. We guarantee safety. ArmorTech, the name you know, the people you trust.
Are you ready to play?
Yes, finally.
Are you ready for it?
Step up to the podium.
I'm so excited.
Grab your buzzer.
The buzzer's very mysterious.
And get a clue?
We'll see what happens.
Come and get it.
Prepare yourself for a game unlike the rest.
3 great players.
This is Jeopardy!
Ain't no party like a Jeopardy party.
A sister, Joanne, who has been here for about 2.5 years now. But the staff is excellent. They bring her to the activities upon our request, and they give us feedback from the front office, or if there's a medical issue, there's someone in there 24 hours a day, should she have any medical needs. And certainly the food here with their lobster and steak 2 nights ago, I would have eaten here for sure. And her condition has improved tremendously.
Aston Gardens at Pelican Point.
Today, push harder, push forward, push vigorously.
There are things that I am hiding from people that I'm trying to inspire.
You can do whatever you set your mind to.
I feel like a hypocrite a lot of the times.
Don't give up on yourself, ever.
Smoking, I hide it because I'm ashamed of it. I want to get out of the shadow. I want to show people there is light away from the darkness. I am going to quit.
Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com to find free resources to help you quit your way.
So we are actually sitting on the original 40 acres of the new town of Brandon that was platted in March of 1890. And this house was built by Perry Hughes Varn, who was the grandson of John and Victoria Brandon, the founders of Brandon, who came here to settle in the 1850s.
How it was when we first bought it, the roof was sinking in right there.
Karen McGinnis Vaughn and her husband Roy have spent the last 2 years bringing it back to life.
It needed a new roof, it needed new electrical, it needed plumbing, it needed new floors. Well, actually, we didn't get new floors. We restored the hardwood floors that were in it.
She knows a lot about restoration. She rebuilt herself after a long battle with addiction that took everything from her home, relationships, and employment to being able to mother her own son.
That really was the catalyst that opened up my eyes and said, okay, I've lost so much to my disease as a result, and I'm not going to lose the most perfect thing I've ever done in my life, which was having this beautiful child. So went to treatment for the last time, got my life together.
That was nearly 11 years ago. She spent much of her sobriety helping others reach their own. So it was somewhat serendipitous that when she spotted a for sale sign outside this Brandon landmark, that she'd find herself investing in much more than a home.
I immediately identified that the person living in this home, there were some struggles going on. There was something going on that piqued my spidey senses. So I reached out to her and I said, hey, I'm the gal that just bought your house. And I was throwing subtle hints like, I'm also a person in recovery.
Brittany Morrison wasn't ready to respond.
I had seen her messages, I had read her messages many times. And like I said, I didn't know who I could trust.
But when she found herself arrested, family members passed, and her own daughters living with a friend, she was ready to surrender and reached out to Karen from jail.
So when I was sitting in jail, I was like, this drug has taken everything from me. Every single thing. My parents had this house for me and my family so that we could have it, and I lost it.
Karen helped connect her to a local recovery for women, Hillsborough House of Hope, while she and Roy got to work restoring the house that helped build Brittany.
It's a nightmare, isn't it?
It is a diamond in the rough, just like us.
Yep.
We just needed a little bit of TLC. As with people in recovery, as with humans, you can see that we're diamonds in the rough. We just need a little bit of restoration and hope.
There's now nearly 13 years of sobriety between them, sitting on this bench outside a home that's a symbol of it all. Brittany has her girls back in her care now and a life-changing friendship made. And the rebuilding continues with an inspiring story of second chances.
I can only get better from here. And I'm excited to see where God's going to take me, because I know it's going to be some amazing, incredible things. Yeah. I say that no man can surprise me, but God always does.
Everything is made with love.
That's why just one bite of Christina LaValle's creations is sure to leave you with a smile.
Sometimes I have to pinch myself and say, wow, we built an empire.
An empire baked from scratch. LaValle is most commonly known as
the cake girl.
As a kid in Puerto Rico, she found an early love for baking. And by the time she was a teen and had moved to Orlando, she'd cooked up the determination to make it a career.
The more I practiced, the more I did it. I was like, all right, I got something. I know what I'm doing.
From classes to working with others to opening her own business, LaValle's entrepreneurship grew, and so did her skill set. Yeah, that's a cake made for the GOAT, Tom Brady.
You just never know who's going to call or what type of order you're going to get, for sure. It's always a surprise.
And many times, LaValle is the one giving the surprises.
Our success could help our others, too.
Always making time in her busy schedule to give back.
There's always time for that. To me, it brings me joy to give back to others that might not have, the advantage to have a suite for our military. They don't have, holidays with family or a special birthday to celebrate with them. So it just brings me joy.
Spreading so much of that joy to teachers, law enforcement, service members, and more with free surprise suites that LaValle has been named an honorary commander out at MacDill Air Force Base.
Our military has given so much back, for us, for our freedom. Same thing with our first responders. They put, their life on the line too as well. So I just love giving back.
And as LaValle makes this community a little sweeter each day, that support continues to come back around.
Comments like that make me want to cry sometimes. So it fills me with joy. Sorry, I got emotional. I guess it's a big thing. I made this from nothing, and having the support of the community it's great.
Whether it's a massive aircraft cake or a bite-sized treat for a birthday girl, LaValle says the heart and soul behind this business is baked into the batter. In Tampa, Miranda Parnell, 10 Tampa Bay News.
This autumn, give your home the upgrade it deserves. Save up to 20% during California Closet's Autumn Upgrade event, making it easier than ever to transform your space with our select finishes. Whether it's a walk-in closet, home office, pantry, or garage, our designs are about more than organization. They're about creating space for what belongs. We call it practical magic, expert design that feels effortless. Visit one of our 3 Tampa Bay showrooms or schedule your complimentary consultation today at CaliforniaClosetsTampaBay.com.
I was driving when an 18-wheeler turned in front of me. I locked up my brakes, bam, slid dead into the truck. Bloody and hurt, I was loaded into an ambulance, and that's when I put out my phone and called attorney Dan Newton. Dan jumped right on it. He was in my corner the whole way. He fought the fight from beginning to end and got me $1 million.
Involved in a car accident? Call me now at 813-888-8000.
Dan, your awesome team deserves 6 stars. Thank you for winning my case.
With a fresh new look and over 60 years of keeping Floridians comfortable, Cool Today is the name to trust for fast same-day service. Cooling, plumbing, and electrical. Our friendly expert technicians take the hassle out of home repair today. And Cool Today is here for you tomorrow, too. That's why we're introducing a parts and labor warranty on select AC systems for a lifetime. For cooling, plumbing, or electrical service, get the best from today and for years to come. Cool Today.
Jeopardy is for everybody.
That's amazing. Oh, yeah.
With players just like you.
Paramedic, a retired teacher, psychiatrist.
I'm a little bit competitive.
That's the spirit.
Watch their victories.
We have a giant killer.
And heartbreaks.
Oh, no.
The next super champion could be anyone.
It's almost like a superhero origin story.
It could be you.
Oh, wow.
It's all happening on Jeopardy!
Jeopardy weeknights at 7:30, right here on 10 Tampa Bay.
Every great nation is built on ordinary people doing extraordinary things. Today and every day we celebrate the heart of America with focus right here at home. 250 years of America, and the best of it lives right here in our neighborhoods, in the people who show up, give back, and lift others up. Every great nation is built on ordinary people doing extraordinary things. Today we celebrate the heart of America, starting right here at home. This is Red, White, and You.
For Sonia Bryson Kirksey, the military wasn't necessarily a calling, it was more of a statement.
Joining the military, I think for me, at the time was a way for me to be independent, but also to be safe. Like in a position where almost like you still have a dad over you, but it's not your dad. But it's just that independent streak that I needed at that point.
In 1987, she enlisted in the Air Force, serving 6 years.
Then I got out of the military, believe it or not, because I thought I was gonna change the world. And I ended up working for a police department in Sumter, South Carolina.
She did that for 6 years and then took some time off to raise a family. In 2001, she re-enlisted 2 weeks before 9/11.
I did 2 separate stints, but 20 years total.
And what branch?
Air Force.
As Sonia deployed all over the world, many times in the Middle East, she found satisfaction in knowing someone always had your back.
It's like to an nth degree in the military, because not only are we a team on the battlefield or in the sense of war, but we're also a team on a day-to-day basis. So whatever's going on that base, whatever's going on in that office, we're still a team. So that sense of team was immediate in basic training, in our training position, and then also when we serve. It's just a beautiful thing. I think it's one of those things that I think everybody should experience.
Singing was something Sonia always did at church and with family. And then one day at a recruiting conference in 2003, she was asked to sing the national anthem when the person who was supposed to do it didn't show up.
So I was very nervous because these are my peers. These are people that don't even know who I am.
Now, Sonia estimates she's performed the anthem more than 1,900 times.
Let's sing loud and proud with the voice of Bolts Nation, retired U.S. Air Force Technical Sergeant Sonia Bryson Kirksey, as she performs our national anthem.
Marking her 500th performance for the Lightning in late April. Sonia says when she sings the Star-Spangled Banner, it's more than just words.
So for me, specifically, when I was at Prince Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia, when there was a buildup in 2003. That's when I was there, and you could see the Scuds in the distance at night. So you would see those bombs, bursting in air specifically. And I think about that. That comes to mind when I sing those words. And it makes me a little, I don't know, it makes me feel like I'm connected.
Sonia and her family have made Tampa Bay their home since 2011, and she truly loves how the people here not only embrace her, but all of our veterans. And there's always that moment where everyone stands together before the Lightning games that reminds us we are all Americans.
So when Mr. Porter says,
The voice of Bolts Nation, Sonia Bryson Kirksey, and she performs our national anthem.
And the crowd applauds. That's such a togetherness for the one cause, because I know all that applause is not just for me, but it's for my service, it's for our country. And I love that, because I feel that if we can come together on just one thing, and if it has to be that, then it can be that.
With a fresh new look and over 60 years of keeping Floridians comfortable, Cool Today is the name to trust for fast same-day service. Cooling, plumbing, and electrical. Our friendly expert technicians take the hassle out of home repair today. And Cool Today is here for you tomorrow, too. That's why we're introducing a parts and labor warranty on select AC systems for a lifetime. For cooling, plumbing, or electrical service, get the best from today and for years to come. Cool Today.
Hold up. That's a protein shake?
Yeah. Shake, 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 brush it off. Move what your mama gave you. Ooh, like a piece of cake. I make it look so easy, believe me.
Nuri Ultra Filtered Milkshakes. 30 grams of protein and endless grams of fun.
Consumer Reports has named the Original Mattress Factory the top-rated mattress store. After considering both online and in-store retailers, Consumer Reports awarded OMF top marks in price satisfaction, selection, service, customer support, and quality delivery. Ready for a better mattress shopping experience? Stop by and see what sets us apart from the rest. The Original Mattress Factory, Consumer Reports' top-rated mattress store.
Traditions evolve, and with cremation, the ways we hold on evolve too. Remembrance can look like a peaceful garden, a bench with their name, a life story shared. Presence lives on in the places we return to and the comfort we find there. Because after a loss, there is still so much to hold on to.
America is turning 250 years old, and the most powerful part of that story has never been the politicians or the headlines. It's always been the people.
Inside a music classroom in Hillsborough County, these students aren't just learning notes and rhythms. They're learning how to make a difference.
Right? Just by pressing one.
So my favorite part is to sing the smiles on the faces that we help.
That joy is the foundation of the Music Ambassadors program, where students are turning their passion for music into purpose.
And a central theme in that is to just have the students understand their role, not just as students, but connect with the greater community.
It's a model built on more than performance, blending creativity with leadership and real-world impact.
And created something that was really a hybrid, something that was very advocacy forward.
Music is for all.
Tied in with the student passion, but then had transferable skills, not just in the classroom, but in the real world as well.
And what's cool is they do that because their mission and their vision is so close to what? Ours.
Students research community needs, organize donation drives, and partner with local organizations to help others access music.
We first research about what we can help, and then we set up a drive that, for example, we did an instrument drive for Out of Zion. We give the donations to the people we are helping.
For many, that work supports children who might not otherwise have the opportunity to play.
We can just tell them yellow, green, blue.
Students with exceptional medical needs or students with limited cognitive abilities.
Again, kids with fine motor issues and things like that, so whole different types of instruments.
Basically, kids who might struggle to find their way into music or art in a normal setting like so many of these kids enjoy here at the school. And so what we wanted to do was to help kind of provide them with an opportunity to have some of the materials that they rely on.
Try it again on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
And for the students leading the effort, the impact is bigger than they ever imagined.
I didn't think that kids could make this big of an impact with other organizations, and I'm just so glad I did this.
It's not just about giving instruments, it's about building connection.
People talk about their feelings in music, and people, we can meet other people through the power of music as well.
And inspiring others to step in and do the same.
That's MAP's whole entire goal here, just to have other people take action and so we can make a change.
A lesson in music that's really a lesson in community.
Some people think, oh, music, it's just something you can listen to, but it draws communities and it helps a lot of people in the long run.
And as more schools take notice, these student ambassadors hope their message continues to grow, one note at a time.
I'm John, founder of Statewide Windows and Doors. People always ask, are impact windows worth it? When they're installed by certified experts, they are. When they're made of the highest quality materials, they are. When they protect your home and keep your family safe, they are. When they keep your energy and insurance costs down, they are. And when they're from Statewide Windows and Doors, they are. Don't wait until storm season to protect your family. Choose wise, choose Statewide for your impact glass, and we'll show you why it's worth it.
Life with healthy, pain-free legs starts when you call United Vein and Vascular Centers. Vein disease can start in your 20s and worsen over time, causing pain, aching, and heaviness in your legs, and lead to restless legs at night. These could be signs of a more serious health issue if left untreated. At United Vein and Vascular Centers, our minimally invasive treatments result in little to no downtime, and the treatments are covered by most health insurance. Call 1-800-NEW-LEGS to schedule your free vein screening at one of our locations, or scan the QR code to learn more.
The fun never stops at Wheel.
You got it! It's a car! And the crowd goes wild. A truly historic bonus round on Wheel of Fortune. Somebody could win $500,000. Where are you going? To pass out. Exciting giveaways ahead, like fabulous vacations, and let's manifest another $1 million winner. You're a millionaire! Oh my God!
Maddie.
Hey, didn't my daughter tell you? We have ArmorTech windows and doors. She can't hear you. Got the whole house done. 35% off.
ArmorTech windows and doors. Hurricane-proof and teenage boyfriend-proof.
Go on, get out of here.
ArmorTech. The name you know, the people you trust.
Did you know that a Dutchman hired by the British wrote one of the most important books in Florida history? Bernard Romans had been living in Florida since about 1760 and published his concise history of East and West Florida 250 years ago in 1776. It's a comprehensive account of his travels throughout Florida, everything from plants and animals to the weather and hurricanes to the indigenous people who lived here. On oranges, he wrote, "They're worth notice as they are on many accounts useful in drink and sauces, and their leaves a good fodder for some esculent animals such as sheep, rabbits, and goats. They thrive extremely well throughout all of Florida." On the climate, he said, "The atmosphere is, during the summer, so burning hot that water, as soon as drank, penetrates the open pores so that the human skin seems to be comparable to a wet sponge when squeezed." I think we can all relate to that. And for Tampa Bay, This is what he had to say for what he called the Bay of Tampa, the most proper place in all America south of Halifax for the rendezvous of a large fleet of heavy ships. The country all around being plentifully timbered and watered. The Spanish called the bay Espiritu Santo. Did you know that an international war in the 1700s shaped modern Florida's history without ever any battles happening here? The 7 Years' War, or the French and Indian War, started when Great Britain tried to take French territory in the Americas. It ended in 1763 with the signing of the Treaty of Paris, where Britain agreed to give back Spanish colonies in Manila, in the Philippines, and Havana, Cuba. In return, the Spaniards gave La Florida to the British, who soon split Florida into eastern and western colonies, separated at the Apalachicola River. These 14th and 15th colonies remained loyal to Britain during the American Revolution and was used as a safe haven for Tories who fled Georgia. When the United States won the Revolution 20 years after the first Treaty of Paris, Britain was forced to give Florida back to Spain after the signing of the Second Treaty of Paris.
These stories didn't make history books, but they make history every single day in the kindness of a stranger, the dedication of a volunteer, and the heart of a community that never stops showing up. As America celebrates 250 years, we're reminded that the soul of this nation isn't found in Washington. It's found right here in the Tampa Bay area. Thank you for watching Red, White, and You. I'm Caitlin Lockerbay.